What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny. Back in here, one more reaction video, ladies and gentlemen. And today we got Mr. Jordan Peterson coming to the channel, talking about Chat GPT. Now, if you don't know what this is, by the end of this video, you are going to be extremely floored. This is something that I've been seeing in the works for probably the last 15, 20 years, and it looked like it is finally manifested in reality. So we're going to have fun with this video. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Get on in here now. As I like to say, we simply spirits encased in human flesh, trying to figure out this thing called life. Not nearly as divided as the mainstream media tries to make it seem every single day. So if you enjoy what you hear in this video, please share it far and wide.
How many of you clap? How many of you know what Chat GPT is? There are things, and everyone in the audience should know this, there are things coming down the pipeline on the artificial intelligence front that are just going to make your hair stand on end within the next year, because there is so much transformation going on in that domain, and that's been the case particularly for the last 6 months, that it's almost unimaginable. I figure a third of the universities will go broke in the next 5 years. So I'll tell you what Chat GPT is, just so you know, because you need to know this. And I don't know what sort of technological revolution this is. It's smarter than you. This is a big deal. So this AI system, it's a general language processing model, was released about a week and a half ago, and I went and interacted with it. It's an AI system, artificial intelligence system. It basically is trained on, well, a massive corpus of spoken or of text. So it's derived its models of the world from the analysis of human speech, essentially. It isn't using real world data yet, but that will be happening certainly within the next year. And Chat GPT analyzes a very large corpus of text, and that corpus is growing all the time. Now, it's already sophisticated enough. I went on to it last week and I said, okay, some of you know I've written these books, 12 Rules for Life, and then Beyond Order, 12 more rules, because, you know, you can't have enough rules. And I asked it, this is what I asked it to do. I said, write me an essay that's a 13th rule for Beyond Order, written in a style that combines the King James Bible with the Tao Te Ching. That's pretty difficult to pull off, right? You know, any one of those things is hard. The intersection of all three, that's impossible. Well, it wrote it in about 3 seconds, 4 pages long, and it isn't obvious to me, for better or worse, that I would be able to tell that I didn't write it.
Man, did y'all hear that? That is freaking ridiculous that AI can pull that off. However, I'll say when I was 18 years old, I got hired at AT&T right before the iPhone 3G came out. And I remember getting to work at 3 a.m. and there being a line of 400 or 500 people around the store and getting to mess around with the iPhone for the first time. That was before the iPhone even had camera or camcorder, any of that. They had just added YouTube on there because the iPhone 2G didn't have YouTube, I don't believe. And my thought was at that time, as they were pushing 3G, faster data, faster speeds. And I was talking to one of the managers at the time, and I was like, the only thing that keeps evolving is how fast we can get the data. And eventually, the data won't need the human side of life. It'll be able to get it on its own. And if you see where we're slowly going in technology right now, AI is able to do it on it without humans. And if you look at Google laying off 12,000 people, Microsoft 10,000, Amazon 18,000, Salesforce 8,000, Goldman Sachs 3,200, Meta 1,100, and Twitter 4,400. You don't need as many humans when you have AI that can replace the human jobs. My thought now is looking into the future is, when do we get a robot, an artificial intelligence that can move athletically like an NBA player? Because we all know these corporations, if they can get some athletic NFL and NBA players, get your asses on. So the future it's interesting. If you guys have seen that movie In Time with Justin Timberlake, it gives me those type of vibes. You know, Elon Musk is working on the Neuralink, I think, that go in the head. In the movie In Time, you think the chip was in your arm and it expired when you were 25 years old. So there's a bunch of creepy, weird, exciting things coming in the future. Stay alert, pay attention, read, study, and don't get caught up in not knowing what's happening until you're one of the people that's looking up and AI is running the world and you stuck at the bottom.
Right. Right, and okay, and that's pretty impressive, but the fact that it could do that grammatically perfectly, right, and quite impressive philosophically. I also had it write an essay on the intersection between the Taoist version of ethical morality and the ethics that are outlined in the Sermon on the Mount, which it just nailed, got that dead right, brilliant. Again, it took it about 3 seconds. There was a computer engineer who purported to work for Tesla. He asked GPT, ChatGPT, said, look, I work for Elon Musk, but I haven't been doing much for the last week, so I need you to write me 10 bullet points about what I probably would have done as a engineer at Twitter. What 10 things did I do last week that were productive and valuable? And, oh, if you don't mind, write me the accompanying computer code that goes with each project. And it did that too, 3 seconds, and the computer code works.
Dude.
Right, and so, okay, so that's already there. So then a university professor did this. He thought, oh, that's interesting. Any student will be able to write any essay on any topic with ChatGPT. And someone gave it an SAT by the...
With ChatGPT and with the social credit score that's going on in China that potentially could be all over the world really soon, allegedly, what do you guys see going on in the future? Let me know in the comments below. I have so many thoughts, so many ideas, but I want to see what some other people are thinking as well.
The way, and it scored about as well as the average student in a well-functioning public university. So that's how smart it is. So that's basically an IQ test.
And I think we would all agree that these AI bots will keep gaining intelligence. Meanwhile, I seen a stat yesterday, and it said 28% of Missouri 8th graders scored below grade level on math and reading. So while AI is getting better and better and better, it seems the human IQ is getting lower and lower and lower.
He said, write me an essay, gave it a topic, wrote the essay. He said, now grade it. Said if we can automate the students, we should be able to automate the professors too. And so it provided a complete, comprehensive analysis of its own essay with grade.
Wow.
It wrote, someone else asked it, write the screenplay and describe the characters for the next $900 million Hollywood blockbuster. It's like, bang, plot, characterizations. Then someone else took the descriptions of the actors and said, generate photorealistic computer images for each actor. And all the AI systems could do that. So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen next. This is going to happen this year. So get ready. Okay, so now we have an AI model that can extract a model of the world from the entire corpus of language. All right, and it's smarter than you.
Hey, watching this video like this, it seems like the people who live off the grid, who don't use any technology, who got guns, who hunt for their own food and got their own water sources, it seems like they was the smart ones in society.
And it's going to be a hell of a lot smarter than you in 2 years. So you can get ready for that too. But it's not that smart yet because it's just a humanities professor at the moment. It doesn't test its linguistic knowledge against the real world. That's what a scientist does, right? You come up with a theory that's linguistically predicated, and then you throw it against the world and see if it sticks. And then the world tells you whether or not your linguistic construction is valid. But the new AI systems will be able to extract out patterns from the world itself, from images and so forth, and then be able to test their linguistic constructions against the world, and so they'll practice just like scientists. And the most advanced models are going to use text and image and action as well, because they'll be able to model human action. And so, and all of it.
So we might get the NBA and NFL players. Man, looky here. This is a little creepy. This is a little creepy. Let me know what y'all think. I'm excited, but at the same time, it's like this is iRobot coming to life.
That's going to come down the pipes within the next year. So hang on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen, because what did my friend Jonathan Pajot say? Giants are going to walk the earth once more. And we're going to live through that. And Elon Musk, one of the things he's working on, he thinks that the world will be controlled by whoever produces the most functional AI system the fastest, because there'll be a first mover advantage. And one of the things Musk has been working on for a long time are distributed AI systems, so that you'll have your own artificial intelligence to protect you against, well, let's say against Google's artificial intelligence, for starters. Yeah, or the CCP's artificial intelligence, because you can bet your hat they're working on that about as fast as they possibly can.
Does your firm offer?
Man, looky here. Hey, the future is gonna be interesting. I just said that with that social credit score and with AI, because obviously, I'm not the well. I do think I'm a genius, but in my own right. But I would think that the AI, whoever produces it, it will be. Let's say how I can look at content. I shared a quote from Frederick Douglass, and it said it's easier to build strong children than it is to rebuild broken men. And I was fact checked by that, which we've seen Frederick Douglass say that time and time again. However, this new AIs, I think Booker T. Washington and Frederick Douglass, a book like The Miseducation of the Negro, it'll cherry pick the information they want you to know about Martin Luther King. And the younger generation, because they're raised with technology, probably going to end up having these chips implanted in them at birth. There you go right there. All they'll be able to think of is a certain set of information that the AI, which will be controlled by the government, will want you to know. And I think that's where all the jabs come in. We are the experiment. And as unfortunate as that sounds, you have to know that so you can be prepared for what's coming your way. We see what's going on right now. If you've seen the documentary, I'm going to break the words up because I don't know how the chat works, but suddenly died. Check out that documentary or check out the page on Twitter. It's extremely informational. It's shocking what you hear. But just stay on alert on what's coming your way. I've been thinking for a while now, are we really using technology or is technology using us? And it seems that it has been using us, and now it is ready to make its debut into the real world. But share your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited about this AI coming? What are your thoughts on universities being shut down? What other professions do you see AI being able to replace? Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Never be too proud to pray. Hey, go cop Jordan Peterson's books as well. If you haven't read them, they'll change your life. Till next time, we outie. Peace.